Okay, this course is about designing a differential. Differentials are basically a set of gears that are housed in a housing, and they distribute torque or power to two different shafts, basically. So in this case, we will start with the front plane. From the front plane, we will go to line, draw this line. It should be 12.5 millimeters for that value. This, and then a horizontal line, as well as a vertical one. Press escape. We just use smart dimension. I think this one didn't pick up my dimensions that I wrote. 12.5, 8. This is 7.5, and this is 5. From here, go back to drawing a line, and from this point, move it this way. It should be 4.32, should be 4, and then this would be 6.25. Along those lines, we'll just dimension them accordingly. This should be 4.32. This should be 4, and this should be 6.25. He's still using the line. Drop it down to about 2, then move it outward 5, and then move it up like so. Should be vertical, and we should dimension these. This should be 2. This should be 5, and this should be 13.54. Okay. Uh, yep, everything's looking all right. This is the original shape. It comes down here, goes around this way, down. Dimensions are getting a bit annoying, but trying to keep them as far away from each other as possible so that they're easily viewable. Moving back to using the line, now that everything is dimensioned up to this point, we will drop it down about here and then connect this. Go to smart dimension and delete this dimension. We don't need this, we just need this. This should be 6.5. Yep, that looks about right. This is just a free scale. We will have these corrected. Now move on to the center line and have yourself a center line that's completely vertical next to this. And from this center line, we will place dimensions on different parts of this. Take the smart dimension, and from this corner to this corner, the distance should be 16.5. 16.5, and the distance from the same thing from this to this, the distance should be 15.25. Press enter. I think we might have over dimensioned it. It might, there might be a dimension that we need to delete before we get to update this. I think it's this one. I think it's this one. Let me just certain dimensions obviously are provided, certain are not. So let me just go back, Control Z, and remove this one. Let me delete it, and now yes, some parts are undefined. So we take the Smart Dimension tool and click from here to here, and I don't think it will cause a problem for us now. Not sure why I did that. It was just a distance. It didn't need to move the entire line to fit that description. Let me correct this as well. It shouldn't be 22. It should be 16.5. And this should be 15.25. Enter. Keeps doing that. I don't know why. It keeps sort of forcing the. Let me delete that and do it once again. I think there needs to be. I think we need to delete one more dimension of this or something before it understands what we need. There you go. Everything is settled now. This is 15.25. This is 5. Everything in the correct order. Sometimes it just sort of bugs out and or misses a feature. You just have to do a delete it and do it again, and it'll probably get fixed. From here, go to revolve boss base command, and it already picked the center because we've placed that center line. So yes, this is what we need. Say okay. From here, we will, let me just check if the white, there you go, white background is selected. You can select it from here. Plain white. So on this surface, go to sketch, take a circle, hover it on the corner so it displays the center. We draw a circle, smart dimension it by 34 millimeters, and we will then draw lines in such a way that I'm not sure why we would need to draw a line that I think. Let me try something. I will place another line like this, similar to the first one, and then I'll use the smart dimension to place a degree between them. In this case, it's 35.3. Say enter. There you go, it's maintained. You go to trim entities, delete this, and delete the rest of the circle. This circle that we drew of 34 millimeter, the dimensions are still hovering around, but other than that, it's still here. We're gonna pattern this around the basically around the surface. Click on the outer circle and say convert entities, and use the trim entities to now remove this circle, this part of the circle. Pay attention, there the circle from all these parts are removed, but the circle that was added here is still here. See, it's highlighting. So now it's a closed surface. This we can extrude it. We'll go to extrude and extrude it by 13 millimeters. Say enter. Yes, this is what we need. We'll go to fillet command. From the fillet command, we will say we need a 2 millimeter fillet, and we will click on this corner as well as this corner. My Solidworks is bugging out. It doesn't let me fillet more than one surface at a time. So I'm just gonna fillet them one by one. Yours is causing the same problem. You can just do this, and there you go. They're both filleted. And now we will go to linear pattern and go to circular pattern. In the circular pattern, we will select the two fillets as well as first we're gonna have to if you see this is highlighted direction it needs, so click on this rim and then we'll specify a value. We need 5 of these, would say 5, and we in this window features and faces the fillet are selected, which I selected before, but the extrude isn't, so extrude is now selected and it's showing a preview of all these features, so meaning everything is selected in this case. Say okay, this is what we need. There you go. And now we will chamfer these two edges of the if you pay attention, this edge as well as this edge. It might not let me to do the two edges at once, so we will just do one at a time, do the next one afterwards, and same thing here. This edge, there was an edge here, and we will do this edge as well, same dimension, 2 millimeters. Then select this surface and go to fillet. Problem is I need to apply a fillet of 1 millimeters on this entire surface. Partial preview. I need a full preview. There you go. It wasn't a bug. It was just simply was a partial preview selected here. I need a full preview. Anyway, let's do. No wonder it wasn't giving any errors. It was just simple commands that needed to be executed. This as well as this. It needs to be 1 millimeter, and let me see what else needs to be. This in this I think this should be removed. This is not needed. We will apply it to this rim and this rim, as well as remove it from this rim. There's two fillets applied here. There you go. We will only apply it from this surface connecting to this surface, not the other way around. And other than that, let me just finish this and then apply to the remaining surface so it doesn't appear so so confusing. And the last piece of fillet that we need to apply is to this curve. There we go. The rest is applied. Like I said, select this surface and then apply the 1 millimeter fillet. Was applied in here, was applied in here, as well as in this joining surface where this higher disc is connecting to this larger disc. Anyway, this part is done. We will save this as the hub or name it wherever you want and start a new drawing for the next. So see you in next part for the next part that we will start designing in the next part of the video.